program to bring you a bulletin. What you are looking at right now with our Skyview camera from Wichita State University is a confirmed tornado.
And then all of a sudden, bam, it just happened.
Just one of those things you never think it's going to happen to you, but here we are.
Yeah.
So
I've always watched it from like far away, you know, growing up, like, oh, it's going to this city or whatever, but seeing it like right outside your window was pretty surreal.
So many emotions today, and she said surreal. That is the word Andover residents are using to describe a massive tornado that touched down in town, causing widespread damage. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Herndon. That tornado began in southeastern Sedgwick County before continuing on into Butler County. This video sent to us by Emily Meister. You can see as the cloud starts to funnel and then it makes its way to the ground. We do have team coverage this morning. Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman, Eddie Randall, Alexis Padilla, all live covering the aftermath, while meteorologist Erica Page is with me here in studio in the Storm Track 3 Weather Center. We began with Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman. Lisa, you were the first to break into programming last night with eyes on this storm. If you could now tell us, with the sun coming up, what you're seeing out there this morning.
And Jeff, I don't know if you can hear that off into the distance, but you hear that constant beeping sound. This has been happening since the tornado moved through. That's actually the smoke alarms that are still ongoing in so many of these homes. And here it is. It is only 7:07 in the morning, and we have many neighbors that are coming back to take a look at what is left of their house, where vehicles have been tossed just like toy cars up from the curb, away from a driveway, and even into some people's homes. You can see the garages for many of these that are missing, and overall, many of the home structures, they are gone. They will have to be completely rebuilt. Some of the other homes, like this one over to our right, still has the garage, but the windows have been blown out and a portion of the roof completely gone. And look at all the debris that is in the front yard, and also some of the other debris that's just thrown about. A basketball goal that's sitting on its side, and right next to that basketball goal, do you know what that is? That is actually an oven. Yeah, that just tells you how strong this tornado was. Many of the other homes on other sides up and down this road, we're located on Hedgewood, and many of the homes to the south of us have sustained roof damage, also damage to the garage doors. And one of the things that you notice about these garage doors is that many of them are blown in. That's because that's your weak spot a lot of times when a tornado will come through. And if the winds can get through that, many times it can lift off your roof, and depending on the structure of your house, it can basically destroy your whole entire house. So we were tracking this storm yesterday evening, and the storm quickly developed, quickly produced that tornado right around 8 o'clock, and that was in southeast Wichita. And then that tornado continued to move up to the northeast and impacted us here in the Andover area. And the tornado continued to maintain that rotation as it moved over toward the El Dorado area, and then it maintained that consistent signature on Doppler radar as it moved over toward Rosalia. I do want to show you a little bit of video that meteorologist Randall Williams took after he was awakened by the tornado, because he is in Andover. This tornado impacted him. Let's take a look.
This is Andover, Kansas right now. I don't know what time it is. I just woke up, but there's definitely some damage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh geez.
And Randall is okay. When he texted us yesterday evening, he said, I got hit. I got hit. And all of our hearts sank. He sent the text to me, to Warren, and to Erica, and we're just so thankful that he is okay, and so many other people from Wichita over toward Andover are as well. I want to bring in Eddie Randall. And Eddie, you've been talking with many of the folks here who live in this community.
Yeah, I talked to a family who was living further back here. They said that luckily that their home is salvageable. Things are okay, but they told me that they heard the sirens going off. They were witnessing everything that was happening, and they said they have a 4-month-old baby and a 20-month-old baby. They got into the basement, of course, and then, of course, coming out and seeing, they said, roof damage, they do have that. Blown out windows, yes, they do have that. But what was so nice and so great to hear was he said, those things can be fixed. lives can't be fixed, and they're just happy that their kids are okay. They're happy they can go to their left, to their right, and that their neighbors are okay. And now they're just walking around seeing what they can do to help out different other people, other neighbors in the area. And you know, last night we're talking about the sirens, we're talking about the warnings. We were able to hear from the Andover fire chief about how quickly those warnings went out. Take a listen.
So the one thing I can tell you about the warning is, like I said, I live just east of town, and the sirens were sounding when the funnel cloud was still just dipping out of the cloud. I could hear them at my house. So I don't have the data, but I have the story standing in my backyard. I ended up with debris in my backyard. So it was sounding, the sirens were sounding immediately, and my phone went off 45 seconds before that. So it spun up really quickly. I was watching the weather very closely, and as soon as the warning could be sent, it was out there. We got it very quickly.
The fire chief again talking about how quickly those warnings went out. I live in East Wichita. I heard the sirens going off. I was watching you when you were live reporting on all of this, talking about what we needed to do. I was trying to determine, you know, do I take my dog in my basement? So I was waiting, but I was listening, and I was heeding those warning signs. But again, as Lisa was just talking about, we've been out here talking to people throughout the morning. We talked to a couple earlier who said that, you know, she said that she was gone, but her husband was playing video games. I'm going to actually talk to them and get their story here in a few minutes, but they are looking at their house right now, and he says he was 30 seconds away from the windows that are no longer there. You can just see the glass around, and it just makes you think, blessed. Truly blessed.
Absolutely. And he couldn't get their two dogs. His wife wasn't at home. She was actually at a track meet, and he couldn't get their two dogs. And so he went down to the basement, and the two dogs took shelter underneath their bed and underneath the mattress, and those dogs are both okay to this day. We did speak with another gentleman who came by, and I want to say that he's the head of the Homeowners Association. He wanted to say that if you want to help out, if you want to reach out to the Andover Police Department, reach out to the fire department. Don't come down here today, because they're still trying to assess how they're going to need to get aid back into this area. But they also had problems with looting overnight. And we saw the Andover Police Department going up and down the streets just to make sure that that didn't happen. So, you know, you want to stay away from this area. Only folks who live in this area should be coming down here at this time.
Can we talk about the community response with that, though? The neighbors helping neighbors. They were coming around turning off water just to make sure that the water wasn't running. They were making sure they were picking up things, asking, you know, how do we get this done? How do we get this done? What do you need? And these are people whose homes have been destroyed also, but they're still saying, let me take a step back. Let me ask what you need.
And another guy came over here because the house that is right in front of us, where we have a car that is literally in the living room, he is in the Air Force, and he's only lived here for a short period of time. And he asked this gentleman, could you please check on my house? And this is what's left of it. Nothing.
People were picking up picture frames, picking up just photo albums. And I saw one woman who came, and that's the first thing she picked up, and then the tears just start falling.
Well, we will have more live out here from Andover. We have that press conference coming up at 8:15. We'll definitely have that as well. KSN.com and live here in Andover. Back in the studio to you.
All right, Lisa, Eddie, thank you very much. As I mentioned earlier, before the tornado hit Andover, it touched down in Sedgwick County. I want to show you a look now at some video shot by Tommy Bateman. This from southeast Wichita. Look at that. You can see the debris being kicked around by that twister. Now, Alexis Padilla, she is on her way to Andover right now, but just minutes ago, she was in southeast Sedgwick County, and she spoke to a man who owns a mobile home park that was significantly damaged.
We were outside when it come through, and it just like have you ever seen one of those dirt devils? That's what I thought it was, but it got big, and when it come across this guy's house over here, it got really big, and we decided we might want to go in the house, so we just ran to our house, and we just sat in the middle of the kitchen floor, and it went over us, and we got back out here and come back out here, and look at this damage that it done. I mean, I don't know if you can see what's going on out here, but folks, this is really tore up out here. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna walk around out here and see what we got to do this morning.
And have you talked with other neighbors in this neighborhood? How's the overall morale? What is the thoughts everyone's saying?
Oh, everybody's okay right now. I know that we've had somebody injured down the road here, but we don't know really what's going on right now. But, we'll be all okay.
All right, I want to get you an update now from the city of Wichita. It sent police officers and firefighters to Andover to help with tornado recovery. Now, it says no significant injuries were reported. However, some patients have been admitted to Wichita hospitals. Crews remain on site, and according to the city, will be on standby to assist with recovery efforts as needed. Residents who need immediate help are encouraged to call United Way by phone, that number 211. And this just in, moments ago, US 54 is now closed from 159th to Santa Fe Lake Road on the east because of storm damage. It is not clear just how long this closure will last. Now, soon after that storm hit, KSN's Brett Bogansky spoke to a man who was at work when the tornado siren sounded.
It was just crazy.
What was the feeling like? Were people frightened? Were they scared?
They were all standing out there having a good time, and nothing was going on in there. And then all of a sudden, bam, it just happened. And then I had to get back inside and call my manager or my DM, and then I had to call the store support because we were out. They had no electricity. There was a couple times where my phone wouldn't do anything, and then I'd wait a couple seconds, and then I had to call back, and it went through. They're fine. They were worried about me because they kept trying to call me, and I was on the phone with my DM and then stuff like that. And I was like, I had to send them text messages saying, "Hey, I'm fine. I'm on the phone with other people with the store," and it was just crazy.
Forrest and Amanda Morrow say they live just about 500 feet from where some of the damage took place. The tornado just missed the cul-de-sac that the couple live in, but they are confident that the rebuild period will come sooner rather than later.
I don't. I think we'll rebuild over time. It's going to take a long while, but I don't have any doubt about that. No, I think people like to live in this area, and I think a lot of people are going to be very upset that their homes are knocked down and probably want them rebuilt. So.
And Forrest said if the tornado had moved just a little bit, their entire cul-de-sac would have been wiped out. Andover, not the only city in Butler County to take a hit. So did Roselia, about 32 miles northeast of Andover. One man telling KSN News the tornado lifted his shed, slammed it into a tree. He says his fence is destroyed. He says many of his neighbors' homes, barns, and yards suffered some severe damage.
We heard, everybody always says it sounds like a train. It sounded like a train.
He says he and his family were not hurt. That's good news right there. And Governor Laura Kelly declared a state of disaster emergency, activating the disaster response and recovery portions of the Kansas response plan. She said, quote, "We have learned from past experience that we can't wait for the storm to hit before we respond. By taking these steps early, we are able to more quickly react when the counties ask for assistance." Along with the State Emergency Operations Center being activated, the State Fire Marshal activated Task Force 5, which consists of the Sedgwick County, Derby, and Winfield Fire Departments.
I know our neighbors next door to Butler County have also received extensive damage, so if there are things that we can do to help Butler County as well, we have a lot of mutual aid between the two counties. So we'll be gathering data and just kind of creating that common operating picture and determining what needs that we can help to help move along the response and the recovery on scene.
All right, Julie Stimson, thank you so much.
And not long after the storm, lawmakers did respond. This one from Jerry Moran. It says, quote, "Praying for everyone's safety in Andover and Wichita. I'm monitoring the situation, receiving reports on the tornado damage. Please take cover as there are more storms across Kansas." Ron Estes weighed in. He said, quote, "There's a lot of damage in our area tonight following severe weather and tornadoes. Susan and I are praying for all those impacted, and we are grateful for the first responders assisting our community."
We were tracking multiple severe thunderstorms yesterday. We had storms in northwest Kansas that became severe first. Then those tracked into the north, central, and northeastern portions of the state. And we waited for the storms to build back down across the dry line, and they did. We had severe thunderstorm warnings that were issued for eastern Sedgwick County over toward Butler County, including the areas that were hit by the tornado. We were watching that storm. We could see the rotation on our sky view from Wichita State University, and then the tornado hit. And one of those persons, people that was affected by that tornado, was meteorologist Randall Williams. And Randall, we're so glad that you're okay,
Yeah.
man. We're so glad.
Yeah,
We had no idea that you were being impacted by this tornado until we all received the text from you that said, I got hit.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned you go outside and you see debris all over the place. You know, you don't know exactly what happened. You know, you see the classic cone structure on the tornado, and you know, coming out here, you know, even though I was impacted, definitely not, you know, to the degree of what's around us, what's you know, what we're looking at. So, you know, first and foremost, I was still able to sleep in my own bed last night, which I know a lot of people out here obviously weren't able to do. So that's a blessing alone that you kind of realize, and I'm sure a lot of us moving forward, even a lot of people watching right now, will, you know, have that, just that feeling of, you know, it could always be worse, because that's the truth.
It can. We've only heard of a few injuries. Of course, we're going to have more information handed to us at a press conference coming up here at 8:15. But Randall, we're so thankful that you're okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we want to toss things back into the studio for Erica. Erica, temperatures are starting to warm up, but it is still a chilly morning. The colder air that's moving behind the system that caused such destruction here in the Andover area yesterday. Back over to you.